Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen. So, Disney has named James Gorman board chairman. And apparently Bob Iger's successor is going to be announced in early 2026. Now, what I found interesting about this, because, on its face, this topic is like, it's not mega interesting, is it? Someone's been appointed to the board. Sure, fine. And Bob Iger's successor, I'll believe it when I see it. And whether he actually genuinely leaves Disney or not. But what I did find interesting about this is that the stock didn't respond massively well to it. Like, that's not good. It didn't respond well to that news. Even though articles are like, oh, Disney stock rises as Gorman CEO, successor, new board chairman, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what? But it hasn't, though. It's actually gone down. I mean, I guess a little bit here, but now it's down. It started to go down. So I don't really understand why we've got, these sorts of comments here. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's take a look and just see, because again, you're going to get a lot of these articles now, but let's take a look at deadlines. So, James Gorman, who is the former Morgan Stanley CEO, he joined Disney's board earlier this year. That was in that was in the sort of Nelson Peltz situation, basically. And Nelson Peltz was like, "Hold on a minute, why can't we, have my members as well, or me? Like, what's going on?" And they say that this is a signal to investors about the company's succession process. So he's been named chairman. So he will succeed Mark Parker on January 2nd, 2025. All right. So Parker is the executive chairman of Nike, and he's leaving the board after serving as a director for 9 years. I mean, he didn't really do anything, did he? Let's be honest. This person did nothing at all. And again, this sort of successor, I mean, why is it going to take you another year to find a successor? What's going on there? So the company also said it will announce CEO Bob Iger's successor in early 2026, giving time for the executive to coordinate the transition with Iger before the top executive's current contract expires on December 31st, 2026. Now, a little known fact is actually his contract continues past 2030. Yeah. So he's still going to be around. Yeah. Bob Iger. Bomb Iger. Because he's presided over multiple bombs. So it says this: Gorman remains executive chairman at Morgan Stanley, but will be relinquishing that position on December 31st. He currently leads Disney's succession planning committee, having gained notice in the business community for engineering a smooth succession process at Morgan Stanley. So maybe that's why they're getting him. And maybe that's why the stock, momentarily increased, because they were like, oh, maybe we'll actually have a new CEO. Maybe. Probably not. Iger is widely admired in entertainment and business circles. Yeah, not by pundits, though. The audience. But succession has not proven to be his strong suit, as was the case for his predecessor, Michael Eisner. After announcing retirement plans and reversing himself multiple times over the years, Iger eventually handed the reins to Bob Chapek in 2020. The new chief faced major challenges with the onset of COVID and eventually falling out with the board and Iger, who had remained executive chairman. So what was the point of he didn't leave? So Iger returned to the office in November 2022. So it's going to take him 4 years to announce a successor. Well, 3 and a bit. Are you joking? That's mental. That is absolutely mental. It doesn't take that long. And has vowed to execute a better handoff this time. 4 internal candidates: ESPN chairman Jimmy Pitaro, Parks boss Josh D'Amaro, Disney executive co-chairs Dana Walden and Alan Bergman have been identified. Some outsiders have reportedly also been approached. So here's the statement anyway. James Gorman is an esteemed leader who has become an invaluable voice on the Disney board since joining earlier this year. And I'm extremely pleased that he has agreed to assume the role of chairman upon my departure. Drawing on his vast experience, James is expertly guiding the extensive search process for a new CEO, which remains a top priority for the board. Does it? Fuck. Parker said in a press release, As I prepare to leave the board to focus on other areas of my work, I am proud of Disney's renewed position of strength. What? Strength? What? Alright. Sure, I guess. They talk such bollocks, don't they? They really do. And excited for the company's future. And I want to thank my fellow directors, Bob Iger and his exemplary management team, for their continued strong leadership and dedication. So Iger said the board was, quote, benefited tremendously from James Gorman's expertise and guidance, and we're lucky to have him as our next chairman, particularly as the board continues to move forward with the succession process, he added. His gratitude to Barker for his many years of board service and leadership, which have been so valuable to this company and its shareholders and to me as CEO. So Gorman said appointing a new CEO is a critical priority for Disney. I mean, this is just all cope, though. Like, massive cope. Huge, huge, huge cope. And again, you know, Disney's stock has improved. I mean, not massively over 6 months, FYI. Year to date. Yeah, it's like, well, again, it's still not good year to date. You know, in January of this year, it was at 90. Yeah, sure, it's at 96 now. But they hit a peak, and the peak was when it looked like Nelson Peltz was going to join the board. It was $122. $122. Nearly $123. Now it's still only 96. I mean, that's not great. It's really not great. You know, over a whole year period, so from this time last year, yeah, it is better. Not by much, though. Only up by $13. 5 years, it's terrible. It's absolutely atrocious. You know, at one point, it was like $190, like nearly $200 a share. It's never going to get to those levels again. And it's not, they've not responded well to it. Again, 2 hours ago, they're like, oh, it's done really well. You know, oh, it's done well, guys. Trust me, bro. I don't even have the article here. What the hell? Oh, they've deleted the article. That's amazing. What? That's crazy, man. All right, then. So they've literally deleted that article. Mental. I mean, good, because they're wrong, but okay. So there you go. There you go. And again, will Disney beat estimates again in next earnings report? This is the thing. They've got earnings report coming up soon. It's not good. It's not looking good for them. So there you go. Disney, Bob Iger, new chairman. Are they going to be doing a successor? Who the bloody hell knows? Probably not. But I'd love to hear your thoughts. And this is always interesting. Disney stuff is interesting. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. I'd love to hear it. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.